Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Beige. If you haven't met me yet, hello, hi, I'm Beige, your neighborhood friendly gay. I post videos usually every Wednesday and Friday. I love it. I've been having a great time making content, doing new things. I have so many things that I'm excited about in the pipeline that I am working on, and today is one of those things nonetheless. So I've been talking since I started my channel about wanting to sit down and do a Q&A. I put some stuff in my Instagram story, getting some people to give me feedback on questions that I can use for a video just like this. I know you've probably seen a ton of these, but here's mine. I'm very excited about it. I have my questions lined up and ready to go, and I'm super excited to go ahead and get started. So let's get into the video. All right, so let's see. So we're gonna start off with one not super crazy, because some of you just came out here to get me to read myself for Filth and just expose myself. So appreciate those who wanted to hear some interesting stories, fine. But the ones that already knew the answers to these questions and you asked me anyways, I see you. It did not go unnoticed, and So yeah, but let's see. First question, what's something about you that most people don't know? I think that's a good one. I feel like I'm an open book type of person, but then again at the same time, there's a lot, like you'll say something or remind me of something and I'll tell a story and I'll be like, oh my gosh, and then it's like, wait, what? That happened to you, or you did that? And it's like, yeah, but I don't think about it until someone tells me. So one weird thing is that I am double jointed. It's really unfortunate because when I go to take pictures, I have to try to remember to keep my arms like straight, because if not, they bend like this and that just doesn't look weird. We're doing full on like seagull, pelican nonsense, and we don't want one into that, so no. What is your favorite type of food? This gets asked of me a lot. It is going to be from the cuisines of Mexican food or just Hispanic food in general, honestly. But Mexican food is just so readily like accessible here and from so many different restaurants, and it's so delicious. Also Chinese food and Asian food in general, because I love sushi and all that kind of stuff. And then I would probably have to say Middle Eastern / Mediterranean food. So I tend to just gravitate towards the really cool things from all over. Being that I am Persian, I do love my Middle Eastern food so much. And then we have other parts of our family that are from all over. So I've just loved trying foods from different countries and stuff like that. But those are gonna be my favorite. Like I will never, ever, ever be tired of Mexican food. Like that's just not happening. Any day of the week, you tell me, let's do it. Margaritas, let's do them. I'm ready. I'm always here. You know, let's get drinks. Let's have fun. Let's do it. Okay, this one's an odd one. And you know who you are who asked this question. If you could be any Shrek character, who would you be and why? I would have to say if I could be any Shrek character, I'd probably, just going based off of the movies, I'd want to be the fairy godmother, because I would love to sing Holding Out for a Hero at the end of Shrek 2. However, I just don't know. I feel like the dragon's pretty cool because Donkey's funny as hell, so like I'd love to just like be in a relationship with Donkey. We'd have a great time. So that's cool too, but I guess like Fiona's also born into royalty, so that's fun. So then I could like have that happen, or I could be Shrek who falls in love with Fiona because she's really awesome too. So there's so many things, but if I have to settle, it would probably be with Fairy Godmother, and she's not even settling. Like she's a bad bee. We all know this. Like we're very aware. What is your favorite drink? So if we're talking alcoholic beverages, I would probably have to say that like my steady go-to easy party drink is a rum and coke. I've gravitated more now towards a vodka Red Bull or whatever. Vodka Red Bull, something like that. Yes, because that's something that I would like never usually have, and then it's something that I've recognized as being a lot cheaper now. So I'm like, there you go. And then if we're talking like non-alcoholic drink, if I'm going somewhere, I've really cut out soda, so I've fallen in love with green tea in all different forms. And I'd probably have to say tea in general, just so many different teas. I'm down to try them: bubble tea, regular tea, sweet tea, all the teas. Tea, and we love to spill the tea, so tea. What would you say is your most embarrassing experience? I don't know. So there have been some crazy different experiences that I've been in, like regularly and then sexually, which we don't care if we talk about that kind of stuff on this channel because we are very open and fluid and just accepting of everything. However, I'm trying to really think about that one. That one's tough. I can't think off the top of my head at the moment. I will say though, the other day I was with my friends. We were out in Winter Garden, Florida, just walking around doing shops and stuff, and we were going to the bathroom. And I've been listening nonstop to Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B's WAP, obviously, as we all are. Yep. And then also just Megan Thee Stallion in general. And they've just really gotten me into this, like, all the time, just singing and stuff. And, like, I'm a bad bitch because, like, hello, we all are, but, like, they make you feel that way when you listen to their music. So it's like, hey. So I was walking into the bathroom. I'm singing this song as loud as I can, talking about how I'm a bad bitch and all this kind of stuff. And I am doing this whole thing. I'm walking into the stall to go and take it. And then I sit down, singing, still doing this thing, thinking I'm the only person in the bathroom, and look down and see feet in the stall next to me. Mortified. Literally mortified. I just couldn't even, I was like, couldn't believe it, because that was really embarrassing for me, honestly. And I was kind of waiting there past the time that I was done going to the bathroom, because, you know, like, you don't want to leave at the same time as them, or I was worried that I was going to be washing my hands and they were going to come out to try to see who I was, and I just could not deal with that being weird. So I stayed for a little while. They were still in there taking some time being real quiet, so I was like, I washed my hands, did my 20 seconds real fast, and I skirted out of the bathroom so quick, because I was like, absolutely not, this is not happening. So next. Have you ever seen a vagina? Okay, hi. Yes, I'm gay, but I have seen a vagina, and may you ask, not just in porn. I have a friend, no names will be shared, because she asked to not disclose this information if I ever told this story again. But we were having a conversation along the lines of vaginas and the different kinds of vaginas, because I've seen them, but I also didn't know, like, there was different types, basically, like, ways to describe certain kinds, because they all are similar in a way, but they look somewhat different, and people have different terminology for how they do that kind of stuff. And it's also fun with my friends, because it's a lot of the time where they ask me questions and they're like, you're gay, answer this for me. I also really want to do a video at one point where, like, I get asked questions from the gay man's perspective, or just from somebody who's gay, because, or just if you have any questions about, like, people who are gay and how things go, because I know it's very different from your normal, like, heterosexual couple. And I don't even want to say normal, but just your heterosexual couple. Like, what most, like, there are people that are heterosexual, and then there's me. Hi. But yeah, like, if anybody ever wants to know this kind of stuff, I'm down to, like, make a video for it. But we were talking about this, and long story short, she was asking some questions, and I was trying to help her with this terminology that I had heard about vaginas, and then she's like, well, what's mine? And I was like, well, I don't know, I can't see it. So, end of this whole story is I got to see it. It was over FaceTime, not in person, but I have now actually seen a regular one. She was standing straight up and down, pants down, could see that. There was no spread eagle, spread legs, nothing like that, but I did get to see one, so I have made it to that point in life. Super cool, because I was not one of those gays that, like, dated or slept with girls before being with guys, if you're wondering. I was just one of the ones that, like, kind of always knew, and then just went from there. So I've never had any experiences like that with a woman, other than, like, kissing a girl or something like that. But I've never had that time with women like other people have that are also realized homosexually and all that kind of stuff. How did you break your back? Okay, so this one is something that also many of you may not have known, but my junior year of high school, I broke my back. Now here's the funny thing about this whole story. So here it goes. I will picture this for you. I'll make you see it. We have the first floor of our house, and then the second floor. There's a balcony on the second floor, but there underneath it on the first floor was a couch that we had, one of our couches. And I used to do this before. I'd done it a couple times, but I took my dog's bed, this big circular bed, and put it on top of the couch, and then I would hang a little bit from the opposite side of the banister and then fall down onto the couch. And I'd bounce off, roll off, ha-ha, laugh it off, have a great time. It was super fun, felt like Indiana Jones, you know, did my thing. Now this one time, my friend and my sister's friend were over at our house, and they were like, oh my gosh, you did this before? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, ha ha ha, you should do it again, that's so funny, whatever, let's see it. So I do it, but now this time when it happens, my legs just forget to bend in, so I didn't bend my knees, and my back just like snapped like an accordion. So my two left lower lumbar spine bone area fractured. The paramedics came to our house, my dad came home from work, I was taken to the hospital. I was like basically couch ridden, bedridden for the whole summer, which really sucked. However, the funny thing is, to almost this day, it was like last summer, which had been like years and years and years since this had happened, my parents thought, and so did the doctor, that I fell down a flight of stairs. And the doctor too, yes, told me, he was like, oh my gosh, you have a very similar injury to my daughter. She had the same thing happen to her. She fell down on the flight of stairs, and it was a whole thing, and blah, blah, blah. And they just thought it was this entire time, because I had already just like gone along with the lie, and I was like, okay, well, I don't want to like tell my parents. I don't know how they're going to react. We still have this couch. The couch was fine, mind you, didn't break, but we still had this couch, so I didn't want them to like freak out. So I told them, and I don't know how it came up. My sister was like, it was just one of those things where she's like, if you ever tell them, I want to be there. And so we were home, and I was like, you know what, why don't I do it? We're sitting, we're cracking crabs. Nick was there having crabs for the first time. We're all just sitting at the table, and my parents are like, what the heck? Like, like, are you serious? Like, you actually did this? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, you're so stupid. And I was like, what? And they're like, you're an idiot. Like, how could you do this? Like, they kind of just like looked at me like, you're so dumb. But it's funny because we don't have those couches anymore. They never knew. And it still gets brought up like jokingly by my parents. But I just think it's really funny that for that whole time, it was always just a secret. And I was always so scared to walk across that banister since I crawl across, because I was worried that I was gonna fall. So yeah, that was a whole thing. Next question. What's your favorite singer that you saw live? I've seen quite a few concerts live. I will say one of my favorite people that I've seen live vocally, obviously, is Ed Sheeran. I've seen him a couple times. Also, vocally, Tori Kelly, Ariana Grande, Beyonce for sure. Also Lady Gaga. Wow, that was such an incredible concert. Like, I was just blown away. My favorite and most memorable concert experience, though, I will say, I was with some friends. I was also with my sister, and we went to see Ed Sheeran. This was my first time seeing Ed Sheeran. And we were out in the rain at Merriweather Post Pavilion, and it was just downpouring. Completely downpouring, thundering and lightning. We had lawn seats, and we just took our tapestry thing we had basically for the ground and our jackets and stuff, and we just wrapped them all up, and we just stood in the rain and sang to almost every song from Plus and Multiply, because those are the two albums out at the time. And we just like had the coolest experience. We were sopping wet driving home, and like we were like soaked, but we had so much fun, and we were just like belting it out and singing in the rain, and it was such a really cool and memorable experience for me, and it was probably my best one, like being at an outdoor venue for sure. Am I single? No, I am not. Sorry boys, sorry ladies, I am taken. If you've seen any of my earlier videos on the channel, Nick has been in a couple of my videos. He is my boyfriend. We have been together now for about a year and a half almost, so September 20th will be a year and a half. And things are great. I love him. He's awesome. I just thank him so much for being so supportive all the time and just being really, really cool and really awesome. You're definitely going to see him in more videos in the future. And yeah, so no, I am not available. However, flattered if you thought you had a chance. I don't know. Yeah. What is your favorite Disney hack? Okay, so something I guess that people wouldn't know from, like, that you could get away with. So I do work for Disney, so that's obviously why someone asked this question as well. But just as going to the parks, something that I will say that is a hack is that if you ever want to try to get onto some of your bigger ticketed attractions, FastPass wise, which necessarily you can't really do right now because they're not working with FastPasses because of COVID. However, when things are kind of back to normal, if you check throughout the day, like the same day that you're looking, if you weren't able to get one in advance, usually around like noon, and then again around like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, sometimes they will decide to just randomly drop fast passes. Also, if you constantly keep refreshing, you might get lucky and that one person decided to cancel their fast pass because they wanted something else, drops it, and it shows up on your phone, you know? And it might show up on other people's too, but if you're the first person to click it, you'll get it. So if you're trying to ride Seven Dwarfs Mine Train or Flight of Passage or some of those attractions that are a lot harder to get, definitely do that. Check it out that way and you might get lucky. What is some crazy food that you like? Okay, so I feel like I know who asked me this question. And this one is geared towards the fact that I've like tried some weird things. So I always like to compare myself to like Remy from Ratatouille because he just eats some like things together that he would have never paired together, and then he does, and then they taste so delicious. So I will get red for Filth. I'm aware. Go at me in the comments down below. But I have tried, like, you have like a cheese block or whatever and you slice off some cheese, and then I heat up some like Hershey's fudge or something like that, and I've dipped cheese in chocolate before. My grandmother used to make this chicken dish, Persian chicken dish called shenisel, and I would slice it up and I used to fork it and then dip it in the orange soda that I was drinking. So like some weird combos, very, very, very weird combos, but I liked them. Ooh, we also went to this like steakhouse back home, and I used to like go to the salad bar and I would get mandarin oranges, cheddar cheese, goldfish, and chocolate chips, and I would eat them all together. Don't ask me why. I did enjoy these things, and I know, as much as people might want to read me and say whatever they want to say, that you've eaten some weird things together, or there are some combos that you like that most people just would never have. Okay, what are some of your best memories in Florida and before moving there? All right, so some of my best memories while in Florida have definitely been meeting the friends that I have, specifically the ones that I've met working through Disney, because most of my friends I've met through work. However, I've also met some friends through my roommates who I met through Nick, and that whole thing, and it's been really great because now I just feel like I have this big family in Florida of all these people, so that's been really, really awesome. And memories wise, it's been definitely going to some of the music festivals in Florida with my roommates and then other friends that we've made, because I was not into the EDM community really at all. Like I had heard some of the mainstream music, but not really anything else, and I had never obviously been to a music festival. And so through being in Florida, that's something that I've gotten to do, and that's been really, really, really cool and such a fun experience because I've always loved music and it's been a huge part of me and like something I've surrounded myself with, so getting to do that has been like such an amazing experience for sure. And then best memories from back home are definitely like childhood friends, people from school, driving and going on adventures to different places and going and getting new foods and things that I have never done before. And also I miss being in drama at school. Like in high school I did theater and I had lots of friends through that, and we used to always do fun things, and you get really close with those people because you're there like till 8 or 9 o'clock at night, some days practicing for hours, spending time backstage, like doing fun stuff, and like that's just really cool, and you don't really get to like have a bonding experience like that with people without spending like so much time. So I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for tuning in for yet another video. I am super excited, like I said, about more videos to come, more things that I'm working on. Very excited about it. I'm also going to be a lot more active on my Instagram, doing some more posts, and I will post on my Instagram too, moving forward, about when new videos are going to be coming out on the channel and stuff like that, so that you guys can see those things. Check out my Instagram stories. I'm gonna link all of my socials down below. Everything is pretty much Hey It's Beige, except for Twitter and Instagram are Hey_It's Beige, because you know who you are. You literally have 1 post and 0 followers, and you stole my username, so we're fighting. If anybody wants to help out, actually, go on Instagram and search Hey It's Beige, just the regular thing, and please try to report this account because I don't know who it is. They never use this Instagram. It has not been used since I feel like it was created, and they literally they don't even use Instagram. So I would love to be able to have my username back. So if anybody wants to help with that, please do. Also, if you liked to see my face and you enjoyed today's video and or some of the ones you've seen before and you want to see more content, please go ahead and give this video a like, a big thumbs up, and subscribe and comment down below so that I know that you want to see more content, that I can feel the love and support, and we can have some fun moving forward. But yeah, thanks guys, and I will see you in the next one.